Souls were the source of all known magic practiced throughout the galactic community. Each color of a soul determined what kind of magic it could produce. The Saraxi people's red souls allowed them to possess the boon of fire, wielding it as a deadly weapon, and a great tool that helped their race achieve a functional society much faster than other races. Our Zarula people's purple souls allowed us to possess the gift of the celestial and arcane, guiding our ancestors to the stars and allowing us to draw power from the very fabric of the universe, so on and so forth. While most creatures can't see souls, there are a few individuals in each race who can. They are known as the seers and are generally highly valued among their people. I remember when I first discovered I was a seer. I may have been a teen back then, but was as excited as a 5-year-old who just found out they were going on vacation to Zababla. Those were the good times. Now it's all just paperwork, reports, monitoring of spatial anomalies, and getting launched from one corner of the galaxy to the other for investigations. I am currently being transported to a recently discovered world with intelligent life. Earth, I think it was? Fairly strange name if you ask me. Either way, I was told that the intelligent race of this world called themselves humans, and that they were supposedly powerless beings with exceptionally weak souls, incapable of performing any magic whatsoever. I remain skeptical of this report. It wouldn't make sense for a sentient species to be incapable of performing any magic. I'm certain my peers simply made a small oversight and forgot to test some less common magical talents. Either way, I'll see for myself soon. We should be arriving to that Earth in about 5 hours, they said. I shall make my report at the end of the day. By the evening. I can, with certainty, confirm that humans have both a weaker and a stronger soul than any other known race in our galaxy. Let me explain. When I first met my human guide to assist me on his home world, I thought the rumors of their weaker souls were true, as their soul glowed very dimly, so much so I couldn't even determine its color, as it would require me to focus on the soul exclusively to clearly see it. But when I came to the surface of their world, I was shocked. There was a soul in everything. From the streets, to the houses, to the stores, to the products themselves. Well, most of them, anyway. It all had a tiny glow of a soul. My confusion couldn't be understated. I tried questioning my guide about it, but they simply didn't know what I was talking about, as they couldn't see souls. This didn't make sense. There had to be some logical explanation. My confusion only grew as I tried to focus and pin down the soul of my guide. And once I did, I have to admit, it didn't feel like any other soul I have ever seen before. You see, usually, souls appear as a gaseous sphere of a specific color that slowly pulsates with energy, light, and heat. Their souls do not look like that. What I saw looked more like a wild whirlwind of colors which twinkled with dots of light, similar to festive lights, and the soul was spinning so fast it was making me dizzy. So I had to leave. Later in our tour, I saw a human child around 5 years old, and I could immediately see its soul without even focusing on them. Not only that, the glow and power were, I suspect, much greater than the souls of even the strongest races in our galaxy. How? Why? It didn't make any sense. Their soul also looked much more like a regular soul of other races. Sure, it spun slightly and had a few minor colors mixed into itself, but it was at least more normal, when ignoring its glow, than the adult soul. As my day continued, I observed closer to see what was the deal with these humans and their souls. And after visiting one of their cafes, one of restaurants, and one of their factories, I finally figured it out. See, all souls have something called a core. It is what keeps the soul together. What allows its user to maintain as much of their soul as possible at all times. So while sitting at the cafe, I focused on 2 humans having a conversation. And while they talked, I could see their souls mixing. Yes, truly. Their souls were connecting to each other and exchanging their color and energy. And this was happening with all of them. I didn't even notice earlier, but while my guy was talking to me, their soul attached itself to mine and tried to exchange our energies. But it obviously couldn't because of my core, only being able to leave lots of colorful little specks of energy on the surface of my soul as it tried to give them to me. Safe to say, I was fascinated by this, as this could mean that humans could be the only known species without a soul core. While at the restaurant, I could sneak a peek into the kitchen, and sure enough, the souls of the chefs were connecting to the food they were making, depositing small amounts of their energy into the non-living matter. This could explain how humans seem to lose their soul with age. They don't simply lose it, they give pieces of it to everything they interact with. This theory of mine was later confirmed at the factory. I could see that the products the machines were manufacturing had no soul whatsoever, until a human interacted with them. The dough the machine made was completely soulless, until the baker started processing it and gave it a part of his soul. The meat the machine had slaughtered a pig for was mostly soulless, save for the remnants of the animal's soul still in the body. Until the butcher picked it up and turned it into a sausage. It was mesmerizing seeing the process of human souls attaching themselves to something lifeless and giving it a small piece of their own life. Could this be the reason humans have the shortest lifespans of any known sentient species in the galaxy? Maybe. Remains to be seen. Either. I think my job here is complete. So to conclude my day-long investigation into the matter of human souls, I report this. Not only do humans have a soul, but they make everything else have it too.